put this mic down a little. It's your intrepid Massachusetts reporter. I am getting ready to go to Washington first thing in the morning. So this might be the last update unless something happens overnight. Otherwise, you'll be getting on the road updates. But as we had figured, Whitney Billieu has finally chimed in on the request for a ruling of the chair and ruled it out of order, making it the gazillionth time she's ruled wrong. I don't think Whitney has ever made a correct ruling, and this one is very egregiously wrong. She says she ruled the motion out of order as it violates 5.5 of the LP bylaws, which the JC has already ruled such actions do not. So now you have the party chair in open defiance of the Judicial Committee, where it's within their jurisdiction. The rules for me, but not for thee. She doesn't know what she's doing. Or in this, she just doesn't care. But let's even get a little bit more fundamental. I do see there's some people watching. You know, I always covet your comments. I like it when I have company. So here's what's even more, shall we say, hypocritical. Because you know how they all really were so concerned about conflicts of interest in the past, right? Has Whitney disclosed to the LNC that she's a speaker, an invited speaker? I'm sure they're paying her expenses. Maybe they're not, but I bet you they are. To one of the parties in this motion, the illegitimate, but it's who's actually recognized now, but who I consider the illegitimate board. We'll just call them the evictors, the expellers. Has she disclosed to the board that she's a speaker at their convention next month? And has she revealed whether or not they're paying her expenses? And she's ruling on this motion? Yeah, but me having a YouTube channel is a problem. Bunch of flaming hypocrites. So I'd like to know that information. Wouldn't you? Since they're so concerned about disclosures of conflicts of interest. But thank you, Whitney, for handing us one of the arguments. Ugh, I got something under my fingernail there. That was gross. Ew. It's because I was eating dinner and I got food under my nail. That is nasty. Now my nails are clean. Thank you, Whitney, for handing us a point on appeal and showing us hypocrisy. You should have recused yourself from this and let Ken share this part. But of course, you can't do that. They never fail to amaze me at how far they lower the bar. Now, let me be clear. Louisiana, I think she's a speaker at. She has been a speaker at several conventions. And when I say paid, I don't think she's getting paid for her time. I think her expenses are being paid. It's very rare for a speaker themselves that are in the party, like in an official position, to be paid. Though I can tell you, I've been offered to have been paid before, and I've always just declined it or said, consider it a donation back to the state party. But I don't know if her expenses are being paid, but I bet you they are. When you're the keynote speaker, they usually are. When I'm the keynote speaker at conventions, my expenses are usually paid. But she didn't disclose that, and she still ruled on this motion. Funny that. Curious, one might say. Plus, she's just wrong. She's just absolutely wrong and utterly in contumacious disregard of the Judicial Committee. But I wonder if Joshua, no. So Joshua appealed from the ruling of the chair. I'm not so sure the other LNC members realize that that's treated like any other motion. So it will require 3 additional co-sponsors. So Rich, Susan, Eric, and Stephen Nikala, all of you who sponsored that original motion, you need to co-sponsor right away Joshua's appeal from the ruling of the chair. We know how this LNC will likely go. They'll probably uphold her ruling. Maybe not. But if they do, that will get appealed to the JC. No matter what this LNC does, but that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to stall for time and wear people out. That's what they're trying to do. So please, Eric, Susan, Stephen, who else co-sponsored that? Rich, you need to get in and co-sponsor Joshua's appeal because they're just running out the clock. And you need to speed this thing up. So get in there. Because this appeal to the JC, if her ruling is sustained, is easy peasy. That one's a winner. Like, I would bet money on that one. Not literally. I wouldn't be betting on the JC, but it's a figure of speech because people out here tend to take things hyper literally. So go ahead. Please. Co-sponsor this. And hi, Richard. I know you're watching. How does it feel to be one of the causes of the most appealed LNC in the history of this party? Not that that's any of my business. Let me do the Kermit. Or let me do, who's that? The most interesting guy in the world. Be Whitney. I always screw up my rulings. And when I do, I get appealed. The memes write themselves. The LNC is a living meme right now. The meme fodder. Objection speculative. But that's what's going on right now in llama drama world. But what do I know? Apparently I'm a purveyor of hate speech for speaking out against the rogue board. Yeah, Richard, if you're watching, don't be such a freeloader. You need to toss in a super chat since you use all my material. Oh boy. So anyway, yes. I like a comment that was on Twitter that said to Dave Smith, what role would Karen Ann Harlows have in your future cabinet? The Minister of Decorum or something like that, the Secretary of Decorum. But when it comes to meetings, anyone who was at the platform committee meeting earlier tonight knows that I am professional in meetings. I save my smart assery or my wise assery, hopefully not my dumb assery, for my YouTube channel, which is such a conflict of interest. But it's not a conflict of interest for the chair to rule on a motion in which she is getting a personal benefit. No, not at all. Daniel, I'd be very interested in your input about the platform meeting, but we will keep that sort of thing out of the drama thing. I keep my platform committee away from LNC drama. I protect them and protect their objectivity. They have nothing to do with any of this. Their job is to just deal with platform. But the llama drama continues and Whitney never fails to disappoint. I was almost worried earlier today, and I mean worried in a sarcastic way. I really wasn't, and I really wouldn't have been worried. But I was thinking to myself, wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it have been amazing if Whitney rules the right way? Because Whitney has never made a ruling I agree with. Like, she has an unbroken, like, losing streak with me. And even Sarwark never had that. Never. Like, I don't think there's been anybody, and I've known a lot of bad chairs. I don't think there's been any chair that I think has been wrong every single time. But Whitney has yet to break her losing streak. Libertarian against lynching. What Whitney failed to disclose is in this llama dispute, she's their keynote speaker, one of the two disputing parties that she just ruled on whether or not a motion to settle this was out of order, that she's their keynote speaker at their convention next month, which likely means, I don't know this for sure because she hasn't disclosed any of this, that they're paying her expenses there. Can anyone really not say that's a conflict of interest? Come on, get out of here. Get out of here with that. But rules for me and not for thee. Rules for me and not for thee. I have to laugh because this is political high comedy. And Justin, I would like to think of it as a meme with an expiration date too. And that expiration date being, let's count the days. I think I'm going to start doing a countdown. Because no matter what happens, I always say it can't get worse, but this LNC has proven to me it can always get worse. So we are looking at 7 days, 14, 21, 28. I'm not good with math. Math is hard. 35. 42, 49. What's 49 and 7? 56. 62. Maybe on Friday, 63. 63 or 64 days till its expiration date. Two months, basically. Can't come soon enough. 2 months is a long time. But not that long. And that's why they're trying to run out the clock. They don't want the JC to have time to hear their nonsense. But guess what? The JC can convene itself at convention, Whitney. Sorry, you can only outmaneuver people so many times before they get tired of your crap. All right, over and out. I need to go pack for Washington, and I will continue to keep you updated. Bye-bye.